Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. If you're new, my name is Samantha and my channel focuses on luxury reviews, luxury related things, and personal vlogs. Today's topic is going to be an updated wish list. I did do a get ready with me wish list kind of thing a while back, but I really wanted to just kind of clean out what I really do want and what I don't want in my luxury collection, and I just want to be a little bit more mindful in what I really need or want in my collection. Of course, this is luxury, so we don't really need these things, but nonetheless, it is an interest of mine, so I do want to kind of narrow down on a few things and work towards finalizing my luxury collection. I'm gonna start off with the bags first and then the accessories later in the video. So I will also leave timestamps down below. If that will help you guys, please check that out. Also, stay tuned at the end of the video for a little surprise that I have on my iPhone, and I'm going to show you guys how I organize my wish list. And as a spoiler alert, it has something to do with iOS 11. So stay tuned and please watch until the end of this video. So starting off with my wish list, I have one Louis Vuitton item on there, and I didn't really want to get any more Louis Vuitton items at all because I felt like I had way too many, especially with the monogram finish. So if you guys haven't already, please watch my entire bag collection. I do have one for luxury and one for contemporary as well, just so you guys have an idea of what I already have and don't have. The Louis Vuitton item that I really think that is super cute is the Montsouris BB backpack. So I think it's just so small and I think it just looks really well with my style. Of course, there is the Palm Springs mini, but I feel like that style is not fitting with my style and the color is a lot more darker, but I do find that the Montsouris is a little bit more kind of like a daytime backpack and will look super cute with sundresses, and I just love how it's kind of like the mini version of all the other backpacks that they have. And I do love the monogram finish, so that is the one that I'm looking at. There is the empreinte finish, I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I kind of do actually like the monogram touch to it because it does make it look more of a classic piece rather than kind of, I think, minimal and modern with the empreinte style. And yeah, that is my last Louis Vuitton item. I don't think there's gonna be any more that captures my attention. Of course, there are like other things like the Alma BB that is so classic that I wouldn't mind having in my collection, but I could also live without it, and it doesn't really leave me in a bad feeling where, oh, I really want to add that to my collection or that I don't have it. The Alma BB is just kind of okay with me, but I feel like the Montsouris backpack is also so different and I don't have any luxury backpacks at all, so I find that it to be justifiable in this case to add it to my wish list. Moving on, I have two YSL bags in my wish list that I would like to get, and they are both the same bag. And this is the Yves Saint Laurent Lou crossbody bag, and the first color that I want it in is black because I don't have any camera bags to justify this point. And I do have some crossbody bags, but it's not fitting a lot of stuff that I would like, and I've seen so many reviews on this bag that it fits a ton. I think the design of it can definitely dress up or dress down depending on the occasion, and I did want the one that had like the grained leather on it. I don't know if that's discontinued anymore. Right now on the website I see that really shiny, sleek lambskin like material, and I'm worried about that scratching, so that's something I have to do a little bit more research on and go in stores and see what's available. And of course, the second Yves Saint Laurent bag, like I said, is the same, but I did want it in a beige kind of nude color. Not like a yellow toned or anything like that, but a very nice light beige. And I think it's going to be a classic piece. Of course, the black one is something that I am targeting towards first, but because of the price of this bag is pretty reasonable and all that, I think this is one of the bags that I would also get in another color. There's also tons of reviews that I've seen on YouTube where people get the same bag, the Lou one, in different colors because of how functional it is. So I'm thinking the Lou crossbody bag is a safe bet and is something that I can use almost every single day, basically to and from work, looking good, and I think it'll be a good investment. So I have those two bags in my wish list. Of course, the black one comes first. Next on my list is Chanel. So this has to be one of my top item that I want on my wish list, but I'm actually going in order right now because of affordability and price points and bags that I don't have already. So of course the Montsouris one is probably not as affordable. The Yves Saint Laurent one is a lot more affordable, so that is probably going to be my next bag in the new year, and I will see from there. So the Chanel bag I already have is the classic medium double flap, except I would like it in the beige color. I just think the beige with the gold hardware looks so warm and so pretty, and definitely a bag that can be worn in the fall and the summer. I think would match really well with the green, whites, and nude tones. I think with Chanel, I really like to stick with the classics. I don't really find myself using anything else other than the actual medium classic flat bag because it fits enough in my lifestyle, but I do want some of their other bags as well, and I'll go into that later. But if I had the money, of course, and was limited to only getting one Chanel bag in any single color or every single color, I would still have to pick the classic medium flap. Just something about it, I don't know. You can definitely dress it really fancy, but also wear, you know, t-shirt and jeans and look really good in that, and I think it's just such a classic piece. And the fact that you can change it from one shoulder to kind of wearing it on your elbow, I really like that, especially when you're shopping and all that. And because I am 5'3", it's just enough strap space for me to wear it kind of crossbody, sort of like a pouch. It's not ideal, but if I really had to get hands-free, it is also an option. Moving on, I would also love the Chanel medium classic flap in white. Of course, my lifestyle does not support that because I'm always moving around, taking public transportation. The last thing I want to do is to ruin a white Chanel bag. But of course, I'm just gonna throw it on there into my wish list because I know it is something that I don't have. I did get a white Ted Baker bag because I don't have any white bags at all. But the Ted Baker is obviously not as fancy looking as the Chanel bag. In continuation with Chanel, I do love these two top handle bags, and you probably know already what they are, and they are so popular still. And that is the Coco handle bag and the trendy CC. So with the Coco handle, I think is going to be my first and ideal bag, much before the trendy CC, though I do love the way that the trendy CC looks a lot more. The reason being, I feel like the Coco handle can obviously be worn every day, dressed up, dressed down, and is a little bit more casual and a grab and go kind of bag, and I really do love the way it looks, and that the straps are removable. I'm not sure with all the updates now, by the time this video comes out, if the styles of these bags are gonna change. With the Coco handle, I feel like it's a little bit more daintier, lightweight, and I would say a little bit more feminine. But the only thing I have an issue with this bag is the top plate. Knowing that it's gonna get scratched eventually, of course, I can probably get some stickers to kind of cover the hardware, but I just don't want a luxury bag that I have to baby. Of course, I do love this bag and I will add it to my wish list because it's something so different and it's part of the Chanel classics, of course. But it's gonna be a bag that is going to be kind of sitting at the end of my wish list until I get through everything that I want first. So with the trendy CC, of course, I feel like will have to be a very fancy event where I'm not, you know, doing something crazy, so a nice dinner with some friends and family, that kind of stuff. And moving on to another item that I don't have in mind yet, but if you did watch my other Get Ready With Me wishlist video, you will know that I want a red bag. I don't have any red bags at all, and it's such a good statement piece, I find, especially in the fall with playing around with so many colors. I think every person needs a red bag in their closet. I did want the Lou crossbody bag in red, but just the colors that I've been seeing online lately, that might change the way I feel about it. So a red bag is on my wish list, but I don't have an idea of what bag. So if you guys do have any suggestions on any red bags that you find that you guys love so much and can wear all the time, please let me know in the comments below. If anything, I feel like if I had to get a red bag from something from my wish list, it would probably be the Coco handle because of the way it's designed. It can be a handheld bag and a crossbody bag, and I feel like that's what I kind of also require in a red accent piece bag, something that can be multifunctional. Of course, with the Yves Saint Laurent Lou crossbody bag, it's only a crossbody bag, so it kind of limits me, especially with such a red, bold color. And I can't really dress it up, in my opinion, if I am wearing a dress and something like that. Now I'm going to go into my accessories wish list. So of course, the first one on the list is the classic Cartier love ring, and I would love it in the very thin, dainty wedding band style because I kind of do like the smaller rings where I can stack and all of that. And I find that the regular one is just way too thick. I've tried it on before and it just takes up too much of my finger, and I don't really like that. Of course, I also have that pet peeve where you close your fingers, and if the ring's too big, it kind of leaves the gap in between your fingers. So I think the Cartier ring will still stay on my wish list. It has stayed for so many years. I just haven't gotten myself to go get it because $1,000 for a ring is so much when I can invest it in a bag. Hence why it is still on my wish list. So fingers crossed, hopefully soon in 2021, I will be able to get this ring. Next is from Hermès, and obviously is the infamous H-click bracelet. So I really want a monochromatic, obviously with gold hardware bracelet, probably in white, if not black. I have no idea yet, but I really just want something that has gold hardware, probably the white one because it can match everything. Obviously, I'm not gonna get one in every color because that's way too expensive for me. So I do just want to have a one Click H bracelet by Hermès. So the last item on my wish list is a Van Cleef's Arpel, I think that's how you say it, necklace or bracelet. I find that it looks really, really classy. Of course, it is so expensive and probably the last thing on my wish list. I'm not like crazy in love with it, but I do find that it is so beautiful and it's something that I want in my wish list. I probably would stick with the pendant necklace with just one of the pendants. I find that it looks very dainty as well. I would rather not have it on my wrist because I just have a feeling that one pendant is going to be spinning around and end up at the bottom of my wrist. And I'm probably not going to get the ones that have the pendants all around it because that is probably out of my budget. I haven't even looked at the price of that. I think I'm just definitely going to stick with leaving the one pendant necklace in my wish list, and I think that is the most reasonable. I don't want any other expensive rings on my fingers other than like Tiffany and Cartier, just because I don't want to have to baby it as much, I guess. And especially with bracelets, I don't want to be banging my wrist on anything, except I know that the Click H is actually quite chunky, but I do want the thin one, and one is enough. I don't want them hitting around each other, that kind of stuff. So I think the VCA pendant necklace is the most safe, and also is just a little bit more fitting, I think, to my style with a dainty necklace rather than like stacks of chunky bracelets on my wrist. So with iOS 11, you guys know that you guys can make iPhone look all fancy schmancy, and I did that myself. If you guys don't know already, I have a design background, which is interior design and fashion, so I am very visual and I love aesthetics kind of thing, so I love to surround myself with visuals. So I'm gonna plop my phone right here. I'm gonna move over and show you guys my iOS 11 wish list. The style is very Parisian, and I just love Europe so much and the vibes, so I really wanted to make it really fancy and pretty. So I'm gonna start. I have the word wish list first, just so that I know what page I'm looking at, although it is quite obvious. I just wanted to keep it very simple. And then my first item, as you can see next to wish list, is the Louis Vuitton Montsouris BB bag. And I just thought it was super cute, although I couldn't get a really nice, like, you know, flat lay fancy photo of it. It's literally just from the Louis Vuitton website, so it's not that cool. Then under wishlist, you will see my Yves Saint Laurent Lou crossbody bag. And if I flick it, you'll see the beige one underneath. So I just kind of wanted to organize it by the brand and style of the bag. And I thought that was super cute because I can kind of change it up on how I want the colors to look on my page. Of course, if I want the black one to show, or you know, some days I want to look at the beige one again and just look at everything that I want. And some days I just feel like looking at the beige one, and it looks really nice with the Chanel bags, which are next to it. So I do have the beige Chanel classic flap there, and also, of course, if I move it again, you see the white Chanel classic flap as well. Then under that, you will see the trendy CC bag, and I didn't add the Coco handle yet, so I'm probably gonna put the Coco handle as well in that little square so I can kind of alternate and see what I really love to stare at and like most. Of course, next to it, I also have my kind of arm candy inspiration, so there are quite a few things on there, as you can see, and that is probably my also end game as well. I didn't want to get a picture of everything. I kind of just wanted an inspo picture to see how everything would look and just give off that kind of vibe, so I know that that is what I'm working towards. So that is it for my iOS 11 kind of sneak peek wish list on my phone. I am a visual person, like I said, and I just am the kind of person that wants to make sure that I want what I want. And to be able to see this all the time on my phone is something that is a good check for myself. If I'm looking at it and it doesn't kind of give me that giggly feeling or butterflies, then I know that is not something that I should put my money towards. And if I still feel the same way and I look at that photo and I'm like, I really, really want to work towards that, I really want it by this day, this month, next year, whatsoever, then I know that it is an item worth spending my money on. Thank you guys so much for watching the portion of my iOS 11 wish list. If you guys have made it this far, again, please let me know if you guys would love a little iOS tour or a tour of my iPhone. So that is it for this video, and I hope you guys actually found this wish list interesting. I do know people love watching other people's wish list, and I do find it so interesting because obviously what we have in our wish list is affected by our lifestyle, our taste, and obviously so many other factors. And I hope you guys can actually give me some feedback on what you guys think of my wish list, especially if you guys have these items that I have on my wish list. Please let me know what you guys think of them or any recommendations that you guys have. I would love to hear. So that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching my 2021 wish list. Like I said, I did want to keep this realistic and a little bit more attainable. So in the near future, if you guys are watching my unboxings, I'm going to have a little checklist and be able to do a check off in this list, and you guys will be a part of it. As you guys know that I have really, really wanted these bags for a long time and I can't wait. So thank you guys so much for watching. It means so much to me. And of course, if you are new and haven't already, it would mean so much to me if you guys would subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you guys in my next video.